Okay, next, encouraging creativity, lecture 5. So what are we going to learn in this in this lecture? So the learning outcomes at the end of this lecture, you should be able to describe characteristics of creative people. Okay, we are going to see common characteristics of creative people and discuss factors that encourage or hinder individuals' creativity. What are the factors that lead to their creativity? Okay, this one you can try to answer on your own. Okay, what was the most creative thing you did in the last one day, week, or ever? Okay, why do you think it was creative and how do you define creative? Okay, sometimes in our life when we face certain situation, the challenging one, okay, and at that time, let's say we found that the normal options, the normal choices that we have are not available at that time. So what are we going to do? So we usually try to um, put much effort to think something out of the box, and usually in that situation we actually able to find a solution out of the box, which is not the normal one, right? So that one uh, can be considered as creativity. Okay. Uh, so creativity is seeing what everyone else has seen and thinking what no one else has thought. This one is according to Einstein. Okay. So creative people usually see the same thing that everyone else sing, but they can think or come up with the idea that no one has thought. Maksudnya orang yang kreatif biasanya dia melihat benda yang sama dengan apa yang orang lain lihat, tetapi orang yang kreatif ni dia boleh berfikir sesuatu yang tidak difikirkan oleh orang lain. Okay, so these are some of the definitions. Okay, the state of creativity means the state of or the quality of being creative, the ability to transcend traditional ideas, rules, patterns, relationship, or the like, and to create meaningful new ideas, forms, methods, interpretation, etc., originality, progressiveness, or imagination. Okay. So creativity ni juga boleh dikatakan kebolehan untuk melangkaui idea-idea yang traditional, okay, ataupun peraturan-peraturan yang uh, lama, pattern ataupun relationship hubung kait sesuatu dan datang dengan idea yang bermakna new idea, bentuk yang baru, cara yang baru, okay, yang original, yang progresif dan juga berdasarkan imaginasi. Okay, so kalau kita tengok usually uh, let's take one example. Chef, for example, kan, in 20 years ago, maybe certain menu does not exist yet, right? Dalam dunia masakan. But now, when some of the creative chef they come up with a new idea. Okay, mungkin kalau sebelum ni katalah apa, uh, Milo kan, air Milo ke contoh, just air Milo macam tu je, but certain people come letak apa atas tu, mungkin apa whipped cream ke, okay, that is new idea kan. Ataupun kalau kita kata cara masak okay, zaman mak-mak kita, nenek kita mungkin bila masak they have to wait uh, in front of the stove tu kan, sampai masak kena kacau. But some people creative one come out with the idea, why not we try to produce one gadget kan, yang mana you boleh switch on the button and then put all the ingredients inside, and then based on certain setting, you set the timer and so on, then you can leave the ingredients to be to be worked on by the gadget, and then after certain time you can go to do other works kan, then come again to see, just to check and then to proceed with the next step. Maksudnya new idea, new, maksudnya rule. Kalau kebiasaannya kena duduk tunggu depan stove kan, so dengan adanya gadget tertentu, we can leave the ingredient to be worked on by the gadget. Okay, itu adalah new idea, cara yang baru ataupun method yang baru, interpretation, mungkin hubung kait antara sesuatu kan. Okay, berdasarkan dan idea tu adalah original. Okay, then the next definition, the process by which one utilize creative ability. Itu adalah, these are the some of the definitions. Okay, according to Steve Jobs, creativity is just connecting things. When you ask creative people how they did something, they feel a little guilty because they didn't really do it. They just saw something. It seemed obvious to them after a while. That's because they were able to connect experiences they have had and synthesize new things. Okay, sometimes we have some friends who we think are very creative, right? Okay, saya ada kawan yang macam saya nampak kreatif. Kalau kita ada masalah ke certain situation yang kita rasa stuck, kita cuba tanya dia dan dia kata, kenapa tak buat macam ni, macam ni. So kita tanya, macam mana boleh dapat idea tu? How did you get the idea? Dia kata, okay, I have faced some situation macam lebih kurang macam ni. Okay, tapi mungkin dalam situasi yang lebih kurang tapi melibatkan orang yang berbeza ataupun tempat yang berbeza, dan so dia kata dia come out dengan idea, kenapa kita tak cuba apply solution yang sama, sebab dia punya environment problem tu lebih kurang sama. Okay, so maknanya kat sini the creative person, they were able to connect experiences they have had. Maksudnya dia boleh fikirkan satu solution yang mana berkait dengan pengalaman dia yang lalu, dan dia apply knowledge dia yang berdasarkan pengalaman yang lalu tu pada new situation. Okay, and then this is another one, Edward de Bono, so also famous guy. Creative thinking is not a talent. According to him, creative thinking is not a talent. Maksudnya bukan bakat lah. It is a skill that can be learned. It empowers people by adding strength to their natural abilities, which improve teamwork, productivity, and where appropriate, profits. So maksudnya sesuatu yang boleh dipelajari dan bukannya bergantung kepada bakat. So that's why we are having this subject now. Okay, to develop our creative thinking. So according to Edward de Bono, creative thinking can improve teamwork, productivity, and profit. Okay, let's take one simple example. Example yang selalu saya bagi, face mask kan. Face mask kalau at very initial stage during COVID, we only have medical face mask. Dia macam tu je, bentuk 4 segi, some with ear loop and some with the, kalau yang dulu dia ada tali macam kat belakang macam tu kan. Okay, so we only have the 2 versions. Okay, ada yang hijau, biru macam tu je lah. Okay, then what happen if when we buy the ear loop one, what happen to ladies, women, right? The one, those who wear hijab, how are they going to wear the ear loop? Macam susah lah kan. So some people come out with the idea daripada masalah itu. Some people come out with the idea of producing the mask extender, right? So mula-mula come out with the idea yang paling awal mungkin plastik macam tu je, just ada jeriji macam untuk kita sangkut tali tu kan. Okay, ada a few levels kita boleh, so that we can adjust the how tight we want to be the face mask, right? Then come another creative idea, mask extender tu berjahit dengan ada button kan, so boleh sangkut juga. Okay, so bagi orang yang menggunakan face mask yang sebelum ni dengan tali tu, it improve productivity lah. Maksudnya kalau before this, when we want to take off, we want to buka mask tu, kita kena buka antai dia tali kan. So with the mask extender, it becomes easier. So of course it improve the productivity. Maksudnya lebih cepat. Kita buat sesuatu ni, nak makan kena buka tali tu, lepas tu nak ikat balik, so lambat. Okay, and of course when the creative people come out with the idea, mask extender, and then after that some people come out with the idea of producing head loop face mask kan. So ada benda baru, sentiasa ada improvement, progressiveness dalam pembuatan face mask tu. Dan dia lead to profit, of course. People will buy the product that make their life easier, right? So this is parallel with what Edward de Bono said. Okay. Okay, 3 types of creativity. This one according to Borden 1998. So we have 3 types of creativity. Combinational creativity, exploratory creativity, and transformational creativity. So combinational creativity involve new combinations of familiar ideas. Okay. Contohlah combinational idea ni, kita combine katalah dulu zaman dulu mungkin kita ada pensel sahaja kan. Okay, kemudian ada orang pun buat pensel, kita ada pensel, kita ada pemadam. So contoh mudah lah untuk you all faham. Okay, kemudian datang orang yang nak menyenangkan, mungkin kalau kita nak pergi mana-mana, kita nak pergi sekolah kena bawa pensel, bawa pemadam. So mungkin nak menyenangkan budak-budak kecil, dia pun buatlah pensel, dekat hujung tu dia tambah eraser. Maksudnya pencil and eraser, the two common things kan, dua benda yang memang dah ada. Kemudian dia combine dua benda yang dah familiar tadi menjadi satu. That is combinational creativity. Okay, so mungkin boleh apply pada produk-produk yang lain jugalah. Okay. Mungkin kalau kita kata, kalau kita nak mop lantai, kita kena celup dekat cecair pencuci. Mungkin mop dengan cecair pencuci dah ada idea tu. So you can mungkin produce one product. Maksudnya dekat mop tu boleh tekan ke keluar pencuci. Okay. That can be considered as combinational creativity. And then second one, exploratory creativity, that involve the generation of new ideas by the exploration of structured concept. Okay, new idea by exploration of structured concept. So mungkin macam face mask tadi kan, asalnya hanyalah ear loop macam tu, kemudian come out with the idea head loop ke kan. Okay. Next one is transformational creativity, that involve the transformation of some dimension of the structure so that new structures can be generated. Okay, contoh face mask kan, kalau yang awal-awal dulu macam saya kata dia straight macam tu, dan yang terbaru tu yang dia panggil K, yang bentuk dia lain sikit kan, yang tu kita boleh consider sebagai transformational creativity. Dia transform dari segi structure tu, mask tu. K95 ke apa tu kan. Okay, so these are 3 types of creativity, either combinational, exploratory, or transformational. Okay. This one, Robert Sternberg's 5 components of creativity: creative environment, having support, feedback, encouragement, and time and space to think. Okay. So creativity ni memerlukan creative environment juga. Okay, perlu ada sokongan, feedback, and juga time and space. Of course, when we want to think creatively, we should be given certain time, feedback, support, and space to think. Okay, venturesome personality, tending to seek out new experiences despite risk, ambiguity, and obstacles. And personality people tu sendiri kan. Okay, tending to seek out new experience. Kalau orang tu memang dia memang rigid, dia punya pemikiran kan, dia tak nak ambil risiko, dia selak, maksudnya dia ambiguity kan, macam dia ragu-ragu. Okay, boleh berjaya ke tak kalau buat cara macam ni, ataupun dengan halangan macam ni, bolehkah aku buat kan. So orang yang adventuresome personality ni, dia maksudnya dia mencari pengalaman baru walaupun ada risiko, ada halangan tertentu. So we need the adventuresome personality to be creative, not only the environment. And the intrinsic motivation, enjoying the pursuit of interest and challenge without needing external direction or rewards. Okay. Sesetengah orang memang dalam dalaman dia tu dia ada motivation sendiri. Maksud dia enjoy untuk mencari alternatif baru. Bukan hanya dan dia tidak memerlukan faktor dari luar untuk, ataupun bila orang kata ada reward tertentu barulah dia nak buat benda tu. Dia memang dalaman dia dah memang ada intrinsic motivation. And expertise, possessing a well-developed base of knowledge. Mungkin dia memang dah ada knowledge. Kita memerlukan knowledge juga. And imaginative thinking, having the ability to see new perspective, combination and connection. So these are 5 components of creativity according to Robert Sternberg. Okay, features of creativity. Creativity is not the product but the process. Okay, process. Creativity involves both conscious and subconscious thinking. Creative thinking can be stimulated at individual as well as group level. So creativity ni kita bukan sahaja boleh cetuskan dari secara individu, tetapi juga dalam group. Okay, buat secara grouping. So creative thinking can be both systematic and unsystematic. So dia tak semestinya systematic, kena buat stage ni then proceed dengan next stage macam ni. So boleh jadi unsystematic. Okay, so creativity is about thinking something new, and whenever this new idea is implemented, it bring change. Macam saya kata tadi lah. Kalau kita fikirkan face mask sahaja, simple thing kan. Face mask tu benda kecil je, tapi dia boleh memberi the new idea can bring change. Maksudnya dia menyenangkan orang. You boleh bayangkan medical staff kalau dengan mask yang kena tie kan, dia melambatkan kerja sebenarnya. So dia bring change. Bila ada yang jenis head loop, dia menyenangkan. Okay. Okay. Next. Okay, features of creativity. Creativity is not one-time isolated activity. Dia bukan sekali macam tu je. Satu aktiviti yang berasingan, dia meliputi connection antara a few things kan. Creativity is somewhat regular activity. Okay, chance or accidental discovery of new idea does not mean creativity. Okay. Yang ni by chance, idea yang kita dapat tiba-tiba macam tu kan. Okay, does not mean creativity. Creativity requires high degree of awareness. Creativity involve pattern breaking. Maksudnya kita break certain pattern, tak boleh nak ikut cara yang sama je kan. Contoh kalau saya pergi ke satu tempat, saya biasa lalu jalan ni. So why not, kalau saya ada masa lebih, try to explore new path kan. So maybe the new path is better in terms of time, right? Creative thinking involves seeking answers to questions or problems. So kalau ikut kat sini, dia kata kalau accidental of new idea does not mean creativity. Kalau tiba-tiba dapat idea macam tu, is not creativity. Okay. These are some of the creative people. Okay, you boleh search lah. Okay, some examples. Ralph Waldo Emerson, one of America's greatest thinkers, was sickly and dull as a child. Rabindranath Tagore, Bengal's Bard and Nobel laureate, was a miserable misfit at school. Ni adalah orang-orang yang kreatif. Vincent van Gogh, Dutch Impressionist painter, lived a life of abject poverty, developed schizophrenia, and cut off one of his ears for his beloved. All these people were unique in their own ways. So if we scan the life and times of most creative people, we would find a varied range of syncrasies, habits and tendencies that characterize them. So kalau kita tengok orang-orang yang kreatif ni, dia ada sesuatu yang common ataupun habit ataupun dia punya persekitaran yang boleh yang telah membantu mereka untuk menjadi orang yang kreatif. Okay. So idiosyncrasies ni adalah someone who does thing in his own way. Maksudnya orang yang kreatif ni dia ada cara dia yang tersendiri, cara fikir dia yang tersendiri dan habit yang tersendiri lah. Okay, so let's look at the characteristics of creative people. Okay, curiosity. The first one, curiosity. Dia rasa ingin tahu, kan? Many children have problems fitting in the school framework because of their curiosity, their tendency to question more. Okay, orang yang kreatif ni dia suka, they like to ask question because the curiosity in themselves is very high. So creative misfit can be differentiated from dull mischief mongers by their basic liveliness, awareness, and individuality. Okay, the first one is curiosity. Second one is lowness. Creative individuals often prefer being alone for various reasons. They also have strong tendency of doing things in their own slightly offbeat way. Orang yang kreatif juga dia biasanya suka bersendiri sebab apa? They like to think, right? Then dia suka buat sesuatu dengan cara dia sendiri. Orang lain buat dengan cara ni, dia buat dengan cara dia. Okay. Rule breaker. So macam saya kata tadi lah, they like to do in their own ways, kan. The innate originality of a creative person's thought and ideas often make him swim against the current of the world. Rule breaker. Kalau orang kata jangan buat macam ni, nanti result dia tak cantik ke macam mana, they will try to do in that way. Dia buat juga. Okay. And then original and imaginative. Creativity is often characterized by original thinking, sometimes laced with a sense of humor, even when things are not going well. Okay. Orang yang kreatif ni dia selalu imaginative. Dia imagine something, kan. Sometimes the idea nampak bad, macam tak logik, illogical. But if we carry out we try to implement the ideas in certain ways, it can be a better solution. Okay, sensitive. Sensitivity fuels the creative power. Of course, creative people are not always sensitive in the same way, but nor do they react similarly. But the quality of awareness makes them notice things. Contoh macam, saya bagi contoh kata, okay, you orang klien nak upaya kan nak place order dekat drive-thru at fast food restaurant, kan. Maybe the creative people, they are sensitive with the situation. They become empathic with the situation of the OKU, kan. So they can come out with the solution, maybe. Okay. So adventurous, a desire to explore the unknown both externally and internally within the mind, is also an important ingredient of creativity. Adventurous maksudnya though you have ambiguity, risk, kan, you have to face the risk, and the creative people will proceed with their effort to do something, kan, out of the normal situation. Okay. Other characteristics of creative people: risk taker. Okay, dia macam adventurous ni, dan juga dia risk taker lah, maksudnya apa sahaja risiko yang ada, dia sanggup take the risk. And then perseverance. Perseverance ni maksudnya dia consistent, dia walaupun menghadapi they face challenges in what they are doing, they perseverance, they keep doing that, okay, until they achieve what they want. Okay. So how to measure creativity? We have Guilford psychometric approach and Torrance test of creative thinking. Okay, so this one, we'll proceed. We will continue in our next lecture. Okay.